Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to English Adventure. I hope you are still remember our jargon when I say English Adventure using your English year way. Okay, today there are our special guest star. Can you guess the guest star? Boys or girls? That's right. Our guest star is a boys. He is Sarah.
Hello.
Hello, bro. How are you?
I'm good. I'm fine.
Oh,
Everything's good.
how do you feel today?
Actually, I feel a bit nervous because I've never been into any talk show before. So this is my very first time here. So I'm very grateful. It is such an honor for me.
I see.
Yeah.
Enjoy the moment. By the way, what's your name, bro?
My name is Andra Hidayah, but everybody used to call me Andra. So you can call me Andra too.
Okay. Where do you study?
Now I'm studying in University of Ahmad.
University Ahmad Dahlan. Oh my God, guys! University Ahmad Dahlan is the one of best university in Jogja.
Yeah, totally.
What's your major?
I'm studying in English Literature Department, so I study English right now.
Literature,
Yeah,
not
literature.
education.
No, but it has the same thing actually. It just have different focus.
Yes, the body is good.
The both is good.
Oh, it's sweet our discussion today. We are talk about English adventure. So I have some question for you. Okay, the first question is why did you choose English?
When the very first time I learned English, I found that English is very attractive. When I listen to people like when they're speaking in English, I found like they're very good. They're very, different with other people. Like, so every time I listen to them, it becoming my motivation that I want to be like them. I want to be people who can speak English too. So that is why I choose English. That is why I have to learn English until now, because I want to be like that.
So you are so interesting with English. For you, English is so fun. So how do you learn English?
I think I always trying to start with a very small thing first, which is the small thing is my hobbies. So I was trying to compound my learning activities with my hobbies. For example, I like to listen to music. I like watching podcasts. I like watching a lot of movies. So I was trying to learn through that activities. Like when I listen to a lot of Western music, I found so many vocabularies there. I found so many expressions in music. So that is, I think, the small thing that I should do in order to learn English.
Okay, so if you want to do something, you have to love the first. When you love the things, you will be fun and happy to do the things. Okay. So you study English by yourself, right? Listen the music, watch the video. So why do you just stop learning over the course?
First of all, because I live in a very small village, I don't really have the access to go into an English course. So because of that, I decided to learn by myself. I trying to find like how to learn English by myself because I think this is very hard because there's nobody would teach me how to speak English, right? So I have to find like my own method, my own ways to learn. So, and I think when I learn by myself, I have tendency to learn about myself more. I have a lot of things to learn. I have so many things to discover about myself. So the reason why I choose that is because I want to know about myself more. That is the bonus to things.
I think how the smaller village in elementary school, junior or high school, there are some course. beside the math or science, there are English course that popular in your village.
Yeah, actually there are so many English courses in my village, but the problem is not everybody have the interest to learn English. So I think it is better for me to learn by myself with a lot of ways to do instead of like going to the course that there's nobody learn there. That is the problem. But actually learning into an English course is really good because we have to interact with a lot of people there, right? But the problem is in my village, there's no like popular English course.
Oh my god. As you know guys, Andra is so amazing because we know, when we are young, the half of our parents support their children to study at the course. And Andra just to learn by myself. Okay. So what motivates you to learn English by yourself? Maybe you have the big goals.
Yeah.
You want to go to abroad or anything.
Yeah, the first thing is I think this is my passion, and also I have a very big goals to go to out of Indonesia. Like
Oh my god.
if
it's
to go like that is
amazing.
one of my dream, like to travel all over the world. The thing that I have to do in order to choose that goals is to learn English, right? That is what motivates me until now. So when I remember that I have a goals to go out of the country, that is the moment when I have to think like I have to continue to learn. I have to still studying English because I have to gain, I have to take my goals.
Okay, I got it. Everyone have the passion and have the goals. So, how did you start yourself to study, and what did you do first?
I think the very first time that we need to do in order to learn English is to learn about grammar. I think everybody doesn't agree with that because grammar is very hard to do and it actually not that important. But I think for me, in order to learn English, we have to know at least the structure sentence, the rules in order to make a sentence. So learning grammar is very important at the very first time we learn the language because it helps us to understand like the structure sentence, right? But after that, we need just to improve our vocabulary. We have to expand our vocabulary.
Oh my god, once more again, Andra make us amazed with the way you are learned. And the first thing you do is learn grammar.
Yeah.
I think when people learn grammar first, it makes us to start speak English.
I mean, like grammar is not that important, but we need to at least understand the rules, right? We need to understand the structure sentence in order to make the sentence. So after that, we don't really have to focus on the grammar because once we think about grammar too much, that is the moment when we have the feeling like we're scared to speak. We're scared to start to speak. So I don't say like grammar is very important at the whole learning process, but I think that learning grammar is very important at the first. But after that, you just never think about grammar. You just have to expand your vocabulary and start speaking and start speak with people. That is the thing.
You say you start your study with grammar. I think beside your study with listening music, watch the video, maybe you have some resource do you use?
I have two more that helps me to learn English. The first thing is game. Like we have so many games right now nowadays. Like a lot of people playing games, right? And also reading comics. I don't know, like when I read comics, it is helps me because comics doesn't have full text inside it, so I can't read a whole comic. Like I can spend the whole comics a day, so it doesn't makes me feel bored. So yeah, instead of reading like full books, I choose to read comics.
Oh my god, it is the good tips from Andra. The first one is study with games like Mobile Legend.
Yeah,
In Mobile Legend, there are some vocabulary like double kill.
Triple savage.
Okay. From that we are get some vocabulary.
Yeah.
And the second is read the comic.
Yeah.
Okay, it is good because when we are read the books, there are a lot of text that make us bored. But the comics, there are a lot of picture, but the text is
Not that much. Yeah.
oh yeah, not much. Okay. The next question is, how do you organize your study and your schedule?
I don't really have a specific schedule,
Mm-hmm.
but for me, is the important thing is about consistency, and I do focus on the quality rather than the quantity. So here's the thing. I was trying to learn at least like 1 hour a day
Mm-hmm.
and do it again at the next day. And instead of learning like 3 hours a day, but after the next day you didn't learn anything, I think it is better if you learn like 1 hour a day, but you can still doing it consistent. You learn today 1 hour, the next day 1 hour, and the third day 1 hour.
Okay, I got it. The important things is let's start.
Yeah.
At least 1 hour.
Yeah, 1 hour a day.
1 hour a day, because when we are not start, so we are not study, right?
Yeah.
So until you have difficulty. So what difficult do you face in self-talk?
Yeah, like I said before, I don't really have like specific schedules to do. So the problem is maybe like I tend to feel bored and I always forget about the reason or the learning time that I have to do because I don't have a specific schedule, right? So I always forget maybe like 1 day or 2 days and I miss the day that I should learn. So that is maybe the thing that I have to do, that I have to deal with.
Oh, the difficulty is not consistent. Sometimes you forget to continue your study.
Yeah.
Do you feel lazy?
Yeah, because I don't really have like specific schedule. I mean, it makes me lazy because there's no thing that makes me forcing myself to learn, like the schedule, right?
Oh, yes,
So
that's right.
I think it is better if I have the schedule so that I can learn consistently.
There are some difficulties like you don't consistent, sometimes you forget, and sometimes there are you feeling lazy to continue your study. So how did you overcome those difficulties?
Maybe to remember like the first time I start learning English. I mean, I have to remember like why did I start? What is the thing that makes me start to learn English? I have to remember about that. That is the thing that helps me to like I have to continue learning English. I have to still learn English because I have the goals. I have the thing that I have to gain in the future.
Oh my God! So you are struggle to overcome the difficulties, and what are some the benefits and achievement you have made while self-taught until now?
Oh yeah, I think the benefit is of course we have the ability to speak in English and right now is you know, we have so many international connection. So the benefit is when I know how to speak in English, I can connect with everyone in the world. And I think I also have the ability to access like English book that haven't translated to Indonesia. And yeah, that is maybe a small thing that not everybody can do, right? Because it hasn't translated to Indonesia.
Yes, that's
But
right.
I do. I can do that because I know how to speak in English. How I understand how to read English books, right?
Okay, okay. I got it. So, what about your achievement?
And I actually have a project because I understand about like Indonesian people problem. Like Indonesian people maybe not support each other when they speak English, especially when we speak like in the wrong place. Like every time I speak in English, they tend to say like, "Why do you speak Indonesian? Why do you speak Indonesian language? This is Indonesia. You have to speak Indonesian." So I choose to make a space. I choose to make a community that support each other into the community. So like the community is focused on speaking skills. Like we meet in the place that we have to speak fully in English in that place. So I think that's very helps to improve our speaking skills and to make people who has the same struggles improve and learn and have fun too. Yeah.
Okay. Oh my God, guys. Andra have a project. Maybe you can
Yeah, I
join
can join.
with the Andra project.
And you can follow Speak Space in Instagram.
Like maybe I want to follow and join with
Sure,
your
sure.
community. Okay, guys. There are some benefits and achievement that Andra gets. No matter how to learn by yourself or follow the course. If you love the things, you will enjoy the things.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that is the first thing. We have to love it first. I think when we love that things, we enjoy. Yeah.
Okay, the next question. How to be motivated in a long term?
The first thing that we have to do is to put the mindset that learning English is something that has no stop, has no finish. So yeah, we have to spend our whole life to learn English. So there's no stop, there's no finish. Even for many people, still have to figure it out, like so many vocabulary that they
Yes,
haven't
that's
found out.
Yes, that's right. Because in English we must to develop ourselves.
Everything would be always developed. Like the world is always getting better, better and better every little time, every single years. So yeah, we have to follow the modern world, modern era with English because English is international language.
Okay, guys. Because we must to develop our language because the world still improve the modern era. Have you ever get a lazy moment there?
Yeah. I think to have a lazy feeling is very normal thing. We are an emotional creatures of God. Like that is a normal thing if we feel lazy and bored and whatever. But the thing is we have to discover like the problem solving that we have to do in order to be more motivated, to be more, happy and to cheer up and not giving up.
Yes, that's right, guys. Because every problem have solution.
Yeah, every problem has a solution.
Okay. Okay. The next question. You say you have a project, Speak Space. Do you start your Speak Space with start with grammar or just speak?
No, I think grammar is not that important for my my community because for me, my first thing to do is to speak, to embrace people. And we have to speak. We have to start speaking. We actually don't focus on grammar, but we just focus on speaking. So I always embrace my member in the community that we have to speak English, fully English, everyone in meet. But if they are having like question about grammar, I ask them like, just feel free to ask me if you have so many questions about grammar.
It's good. Oh my god, it's so good if you join Andra project, guys. Okay, before we close our discussion, maybe you have some motivation or another thing to our audience.
Okay, yeah. I think one of the very important things that I have to say before we close the talk show is I have to say that don't ever feel afraid of making mistakes because everybody's making mistakes, and making a mistake is one of the things that helps us to improve. Because I think mistake can help us to know like which part of us needs to be improved, which part of us needs to be developed, right? And when we making mistakes, we can also trying to find like what things that needs to be fixed. And if you always think about mistakes, you'll never start to speak. You'll never start to improve your speaking skills because you're afraid to speak, right? Because of making mistakes. So that is maybe the thing that will, set the boundaries with you, like will stop you to speak.
Okay, that's good. Okay, guys, you just start to study. Don't be scared to make a mistake because from the mistake we can learn and get experience.
Yeah.
Okay, like our jargon, English adventure, your English your way. So you must start to study English because English is so important in the world. Because international language is English. Okay, maybe that's all from our discussion today. But before we close, I want to say thank you to Andra
My pleasure.
because you have shared your way to learn English and your experience to us. Okay, guys, maybe you want to join
Don't
Andra
forget to join my
project.
community. You can
It is
follow
so
on Instagram Speak Space Community.
Okay. And stay tuned on English Adventure Talk Show. Still remember our jargon, English Adventure, your way is your way. Okay. Thank you and see you.